Well. Look who's here for another Wilfork Wednesday. It's the great one, Vince Wilfork. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. Yourself?
I am great. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year in advance. I want to ask you this. Before we get to the questions, there's a buzz around here right now that, hey, people are irritated at the Patriots, and they've been playing so poorly that there are folks, I put out a poll, 43% of the respondents said they would rather see the Patriots not make the playoffs at all because they don't deserve it. How would a player feel about that kind of response?
I mean, that's why we always say don't listen to outside noise, ignore the noise, and, Patriots fans got spoiled so much for the past 2 decades. We used to seeing 12 wins, 13 wins, 14 wins, 15 wins, you see. And now, we're in a season where, it's a grind.
Yep.
It's a grind. So at some point, you can only, the great things only last for so long, and you have to rebuild. You have to bring new faces in, new staffs in, and I think that's where the Patriots are at right now. It's just a bunch of new faces trying to figure out, continue to build and try not to take them on the chin, but that's just that's growing pains. It's growing pains, but it's a great opportunity for them still with 2 games left and both in the division. And still have a chance. So. All you want is an opportunity and a chance, and the Patriots have it. It sits right in their lap. It's up to them to do something with it.
I'm going to jump ahead now with this chance ahead of them. Tua most likely will not play this week. Tua Tagovailoa ruled out because of the concussion. So that means Teddy Bridgewater is going to come in. I think you and I probably share the same appraisal of Teddy Bridgewater. Really a capable player, a good player who's had success in the league. He might be rusty at the start, but you can't look at this as a guy who you're going to count on walking in and struggling at all.
No, I mean, Teddy's a professional. He's been around. He's a veteran, been around the game for a long time. He's started some games. So it's like a starting quarterback coming in, but, have to sit behind Tua. So I expect for Teddy to come in and run that ship like he's always, he protect the ball, make good decisions. It's going to be, this game is going to be all about the front. You got to slow. The Dolphins are going to try to establish a run game to help Teddy out. That's the key. So we always talk about stopping the run and get after him in the passing game. So if we can do those 2 things, I do believe we can take a W against the Dolphins.
It's a Dolphins team, too. When you talk about that run game, it's fast. Raheem Mostert, the Kyle Shanahan type of offense that McDaniel employs with those stretch runs and the fast backs. Tackling is a premium part of this week, isn't it?
Oh, it's big time, especially when you have a running back like they have. They have a downhill runner, in Wilson, and then they have Mostert that can just hit you anywhere. And also in the passing game, he's very explosive and he got some wheels. So we're going to do a real good job up front, point of attack, and understanding everybody's at the point of attack, not just one guy. And I think if we stop them, which I know we're capable of, and I would be in the locker room and in the meeting room saying, defensive line, this game is on you. Because that's what it's going to turn to. It's going to be pressure up front in passing game and being able to stop the run, and everything else will fall into place. So I would put a lot of pressure on the front seven, especially the D-line with this matchup.
So that's DeMarcus Covington, that's Steve Belichick, it's Gerard Mayo, all those guys kind of getting together and saying, this is you. Because by now, Vince, as a defender and as a defensive coach and as Bill Belichick, you understand your offense probably isn't going to score more than 2 touchdowns if things go perfectly. It's just what they do. They've only had more than 2 touchdowns twice this season. Is it discouraging knowing that your offense just is not going to be explosive? Or is it, hey, c'est la vie, that's what we got. It is what it is.
Well, I was always a believer. I mean, even though I had Tom, but, it really didn't matter what offense did. Because our job as defenders is to get the ball back and stop it. Turnovers is even a plus. So I never looked at it as, we're struggling and this, that, and other. It's 3 phases to the game. And sometimes one of those phases don't show up. So you have to be able to at least win 2 out of the 3. If you lose, if you lose 2 out of the 3, you in bad shape. So defensively, I wouldn't even be looking at it. And I also be thinking about it too. It's like, we played a whole season and we haven't yet played a complete game.
100%.
We saw spurts here and there, but it's very inconsistent. And I go back to when we played in 2007, when we played the Giants football team, went up there in the Meadowlands, and we beat the Giants, and then they end up beating us for the Super Bowl. But they were peaking at the right moment. That year, they was up and down. They was very inconsistent, but came playoff, all they needed was a chance. And they were Super Bowl champions that year. So that'd be another thing that if I was there, I would be talking like, hey, all we need is a chance because it has been done. It's proven it has been done. So that's all we need.
It's a great example. That team, I remember watching it in the wind against Philadelphia around Thanksgiving, Eli Manning. I'm like, these guys are unwatchable. They can't complete anything. And then by the time January rolled around against you guys, that's one of the all-time great games I've ever seen, that Week 16 game with nothing on the line for either team except for pride. But that was a team that executed, and the Giants were a team that executed. Now we saw the last 2 weeks the Patriots offense fail to execute at the ends of games. And I'm watching that game the other day against Cincinnati and saying, have the Patriots become a little bit more like the Bengals? In that inevitably you feel like they're going to figure out a way here to do something that, there it is.
I mean, it's one of those years, man. I swear it's like everything they're doing is not good enough, or they just at the cuffs and something happens. I mean, here we are, going in, good field position, putting ourselves in a good chance, in a good position to win this game against the Bengals. And we go out, we fumble the ball. So it's like we can't catch a break, but it's easy to kind of get down on yourself and feel sorry for yourself. But right now is not the time. Like I said, at this point, I will be harping on all you need is a chance. You control your own destiny. If you get in, you're in. It's a new season, right? But you have to get in, and that starts with if they lose one or two of these games, they're done. So they have to go in with the mind frame saying, this is all or nothing. If we lose, we're out. But if we win, we got another shot to go to Buffalo with another W, and let's see what happens. But all we need is a chance.
I'm watching close to see how the first couple of possessions go because I was not too encouraged by the first portion of the game the other day in terms of response. Hey, Vince, it's time now for the Blitz. You know it. Presented by Shaw's Perfecting the Art of French. Let's hit it now. What percent do you put the Patriots' playoff chances at? 0 to 100.
It all depends on this week. If they win, I'll give them a 50% chance because all they got to do is go to Buffalo. Buffalo's already clutched. You never know. They might sit some players and they might walk away with a W. So I'm saying it's all depending on this game.
Mac Jones had a rolling block on Eli Apple earlier this week. Kind of looked a little sketchy. People wondered if it was dirty. Did you think that was a dirty play?
Man, look, it's football. So it is what it is. Like I love them getting nasty and dirty. I mean, I was once called the dirtiest player in the league. So come on, join the club, buddy.
I forgot about that. Fish-hooking guys and everything else. You and Spikes. Best Christmas present you received this year?
I like it. That's kind of my Christmas gift always is being able to wake up and see my kids and my wife and just be happy and thankful that, I made it see another one.
Best present you gave?
All my presents are good, so it doesn't matter. Every last one of my presents is awesome.
Anything golf-related?
Nothing golf-related.
I got so
my
much
kids
golf
did give me
stuff.
some golf shoes, though.
So much golf stuff. New Year's Eve participant, or is it amateur hour for you?
Amateur hour. New Year's Eve, I'm tucked in at the house with the kiddos and the wife, and we just cooling, just bringing in the New Year's together.
Snoozing. Quick prediction before we let you go for Sunday.
They just win. That's all that matters. They win. I believe they do. Like I say, I think they do stop the run and get after Teddy with a W.
I can never replace Tom Giles, but I have fun doing this with you. Happy New Year, buddy.
Same to you guys.